Not Slap Show. It's OG Ron C and DJ Candlestick.
Shop Stars, OVO Gang.
DJ Candlestick. One time for the homie DJ Screw. Already. I'm feeling throwed in this bitch.
So if you didn't know, we got a new look for the Chop Shop merch store. We got some new drops in there, some new sales coming up. I want you guys to go to the merch store. You don't have to buy anything. I just want you to go there and look at some of these fire designs that we got in there. Shout out to our CSGs. If you hear the term CSG on the channel, that stands for Chop Shop Gang. That's the community. That's those passionate Rockets fans that sit through 2-3 years of a rebuild, that sit through bad games, that sit through bad coaching. Shout out to y'all. We are at the cusp of glory. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Got to keep pushing through. Shout out to the CSGs. Go to the merch store. Check out the designs on there. If you like something, cop it, man. Cop it. Let them boys know what the CSG stands for, man. Tell them that you've been a die-harder. You went through the Christian Wood years. You went through the John Wall years. So keep repping, keep supporting the Chop Shop, and we're going to keep dropping heat.
This is something I know.
Okay, so we are finally here. We've got through the draft. We've got through free agency. We made it through. Now we're at the next checkpoint for the Rockets turn from phase 1 to phase 2, which is going to be going into the summer league, right? And this is going to be, to me, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun, right? We've been waiting to see Thompson, Whitmore, some of these guys play against real competition. No more workout videos and all the random YouTube clippings and Instagram posts that we see guys training and things like that. You get to actually see them on the court, see how they fit together. And even more exciting is that second-year players like Jabari, Smith Jr., and Tari Eason are going to be also playing along. So I'm going to just go through some of my expectations for this year's Summer League. And, you know, for some of our key players, not everybody. Obviously, I love the Trey Mitchells of the world, but not really just going hard on seeing what he's going to do this coming season, wherever he's going to be. But for the guys that are going to be here, let's go through some of their expectations and see what we want to see from them coming up in this summer league and throughout the summer, and expect some mini expectations coming into the season. So first is going to be Jabari Smith Jr. Obviously, if you guys remember, Jabari did not have a great summer league last year, right? And I'm looking at his stats right now. So let's see. Jabari last year had 29 minutes per game, 14 points, shot 37% from the field, 25% from three, averaged 9 rebounds, 1.6 steals, 1.4 blocks. He looked shaky. I ain't gonna cap. I mean, him and Tari were playing some really, really good defense, but coming out of college, you knew what the knock on Jabari was that he did not have a handle, and it definitely showed in summer league. And you compounded that by the fact that the guys who were out there were not helping him out. Like, you got to think about who they had out there. Daishen Nix playing his point guard. You had Josh Christopher playing like, Game 7 LeBron. Like, everything was on the line during the game. He was going out there like this was the NBA Finals, and forgetting the fact that Rafael Stone and the coach asked him to work on his passing, and definitely did not pass. Bro was ball hogging. He was in his ball hog bag. But so you saw Jabari really struggle in that setting, not having a point guard, not having a handle, not having the strength, and then adjusting to the NBA three-point line. I mean, he shot 25%. It's pretty bad. And what I expect this year from him is a lot better. I'm not going to say that he needs to be like the Murray kid from Sacramento yesterday that dropped 41 or however many points he had. But Jabari needs to be better. He needs to be better. He needs to look like a second-year player. I still think he has some room to grow in his game and some strength to add and all the other stuff before he actually starts like showing his peak. But he does need to look better. So I expect him to be more comfortable in this summer league. I expect that jumper to be better, kind of like how we saw in the second half of the season last year. I expect him to be able to kind of create off the dribble a little bit, but really get into his post-up game and shoot over a lot of guys. That's what I want to see from him. Interesting dynamic is going to be how Jabari and Thompson fit. What do those look like? You know what I mean? What did those plays look like? What does Coach Udoka's plays look like? Where is Jabari going to be aligned on the court? They don't have just a big body on the roster. So is Jabari going to play some 5? Is he going to play some 4? I know a lot of the times when you have new coaches in their first year, the summer league is a bit more hands-on than usual. All right, they're a bit more hands-on that you would see for a coach that's been there forever. You would see, if you remember, I don't know if you guys watched it, but in the Philly summer league game, Nick Nurse was actually out there, right? So he's trying to work with his coaches, get a feel for the coaching staff, work with some plays in, get a feel for a system. So not saying Ime is going to be out there, but I think it's Ben Sullivan that's going to be the summer league coach, possibly, if I remember correctly. Y'all can correct me in the chat. But, it's going to be more of the whole team putting together a game plan for these guys, because this is like their first chance to do some installation. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of offense they're going to run and where is Jabari going to be aligned. I expect him to look comfortable. I expect his game to be a little smoother. Obviously, he's played some of the best players in the NBA, so I don't think that anything in this setting is going to be daunting for him. The guy's guarded Giannis. And if he does struggle in this summer league, I will be a little concerned. Because that means he's still a ways away. Summer league means nothing, but at the same time, it does mean something to me. The way I look at it is that if a guy performs bad, it doesn't mean much. If a guy performs really, really well, it doesn't mean much. But if it performs bad 2 years in a row, in the case of Jabari, then it may mean that he still has some work to do over the summer. I do expect him as a number 3 overall pick to really shine in this summer league. Now, the defense is going to be there. That I'm not worried about. Not worried about the defense for Jabari. That's always going to be something that he can hang his hat on. Like I said, the video I had made that really was real popular when it first came out was Jabari and Tari clamped Chet, and they had Chet in hell, him and Tari Eason. So Jabari, I'm expecting him. I'm going to say if he scores around 14, 15 points, gets about 9 rebounds, pretty much the same stats as last year. The only difference is the efficiency. I want his efficiency to be up, shooting in the mid 40s on field goals, in the mid to high 30s on threes, in the 80s for free throws, and everything else is going to fall in place. So that's Jabari. Hope he has a good summer league. Playing the Blazers, I don't really see a matchup that should give him troubles on there. The next player is Tari Eason. So Tari basically was damn near the MVP for Summer League last year, and it translated to the rest of the season. Looking at his stats, Tari scored in 27 minutes, scored 17 points per game, 10 rebounds. So he's averaging a double-double, 17 and 10, giving you 1.6 assists, 1.8 steals, 1 block. He was shooting 33% from 3, 78 from the free throw line, 44 from the field. Tari had a hell of a summer league. I think he was all summer league first team, and damn near should have been, if he had more minutes and Coach Silas wasn't actually bumping his head every game, Tari would be all first team rookie in my opinion. He deserved it. But for him, just more of the same. I think Tari's a hooper. He's a gamer. Whenever he gets on the court, he's going to do what he does. For him, I do want to see him elevate his game, better decision making with the ball in his hands, be able to finish better this year. I know that was something he struggled with early on in the season that really started getting cleaned up towards the end of the season. So I do want to see that improve for him this over in the summer league. Like, this is a chance for these guys to show what they've been working on. So you want to see some of those micro improvements that build up over time to become macro improvements. So yeah, for Tari finishing, obviously I think the defense is going to be there. The rebounding is always his calling card. I know he's going to be in double-digit rebounds. I want to see that three-pointer look good, right? 33% wasn't bad, and he was about 35, 36 during the season. If he can give me 36% from 3, more of the same from the field, 45, maybe in the high 40s, low 50s, because I want a lot of his 2s to be at the rim. or attacking the basket, and then everything else on the outside. Now, if he wants to explore some of his midi game, I don't know if this is the setting for it. It just depends on what the coach is going to ask him to do. Where is Tari going to be aligned? Is he going to be playing the same time with Jabari Smith, or are they going to be replacing each other? These are things that are going to give us some clues about the type of system offensively that Coach Udoka wants to run. And I'm just curious to see their alignment and their spacing. So yeah, I do expect him to be at the 3 spot. I want to see a lot of him and him and Jabari. So maybe Jabari playing some of the small ball 5 and Tari playing the 4. That may be something that we see. I think that was a real successful defensive lineup last year in summer league. So I think Tari, keep doing what he's doing. I think he's going to be fine. Not really worried about him. I just want to see some of the little things get cleaned up, because if he could tone back some of the stuff he does, yeah, dude would be he's legit really, really good. Aside from the random boneheaded plays that he has every couple of possessions, dude is a baller. So I do want to see more of that. Yeah, so I'm gonna say Tari probably averages 15 and 10 with 2 assists, a steal, a block. He's gonna fill the stat sheet, and so I think he'll do good. So as far as the other guys on there, so there's the 2 rookies that are going to be on the court playing with Tari and Jabari, and obviously that's going to be Amen Thompson and Cam Whitmore. For Cam, I do want to see how he functions on a team that doesn't have him as a primary offensive creator. So this is going to be a big test for him, just to see where his mind is at and what he needs to work on. For the rookies, I give them a different grading scale than some of the second-year players, because I just feel like this is going to be a big games for them, right? This is, up until now, these are going to be the most competitive games that Cam and the men have ever played in, because these are grown men they're going against. Even though they're going against rookies, the rookies they're going against are some of the best rookies and best players in their age group in the world. So this is like the super all-star game for college and that level, that kind of semi-pro level. And then you add the fact that some of the players that are playing in these games have played NBA minutes, whether it's the second-year players or just vets that are out there trying to find roster spots on teams in the NBA. So for Cam and the men, these are big games. So for Cam, can you function as a positive teammate on a team that doesn't have you as the primary scorer, that doesn't have you as the first option, maybe not the second option? What do you do to really stick out on film? Are you going to be a guy that's going to hustle for the rebounds? Are you going to be in position to hit your shots? Are you going to play hard defense when you're not getting the ball as much as you're used to? I think this is something that he really has to get used to. And I think if he can overcome that, then he's going to thrive. But can he do it? That's going to be the question. And I'm curious to see whether he does. I think he can. For Cam, I think he's going to be a long-term project, honestly, just not because of anything. I mean, he's young. He's 18, 19 years old. The NBA is a grown man sport. Even Hall of Fame level players struggled that first year out, coming out, especially the ones that are as young as he is. So I do expect them to struggle. I expect them to take time adapting to the NBA defense, the schemes, knowing where to be, all that stuff. Jabari was one of the best defenders coming out of Auburn in his class, and it took him about half a year to really start learning the schemes and positioning in NBA defenses. As far as offensively, I think him and the men, I want to see that I want to see that bond right now. I want to see the fast breaks, the running, getting to the rim, him in transition, him attacking off closeouts, using that big frame to really punish smaller defenders. So I think we'll get to see some of that. If he has some jitters, that's to be expected. Now, I think Cam is a gamer, so I think he's going to show up. He reminds me of Tari Eason. He's a baller. Like, he's not going to overthink it. He's not. He has a smoother game than a Jabari Smith. So he's not a guy that you have to worry about his basketball feel as far as scoring. But I do want to see, what position does he play? Is he going to be at the 3? Is he going to be coming off the bench? And if he replaces somebody, who is he replacing? I doubt he comes off the bench, obviously, because the rest of the names on there are just journeyman guys. So what position is he on the court with Tari and Jabari? Now, if you think about this, just this 4-man lineup already. I'm looking at the roster. I mean, they got a couple guards there, Jalen Leck, Fletcher McGee, whoever that is. They got let me see, Jonathan Dunn. They got Miles Powell, to John Rode, and Amen Thompson. So I don't know any of these guys. So I know Amen. So I can imagine Amen is going to start. You're going to have Cam Whitmore out there. You're going to have Tari Eason out there. You're going to have Jabari out there. Who's going to be that fifth player? Whoever that is, they're going to be a big lineup. That's a huge lineup. I think a lot of switchability there. And yeah, I want to see them space the floor. So I'm thinking Cam is going to help in doing that with the shooting and able to attack closeouts. That's going to be very interesting. I'm really excited. And then for Amen, his thing is going to be definitely he's playing the point guard. I want to see how does he run the show? Does he control the team? Does he feel slow the game down when it needs to be slowed down? Is the moment too big for him? Was the OTE thing real? Was that something that was actually real, that the competition level was not up to par? Is he going to look like he's out of place? Now, I don't believe any of this. I'm hoping that he's able to, kind of shut all the doubters, including myself, about the OTE and the preparation for the NBA. But that's yet to be seen. That's yet to be seen. Are they going to crowd the paint on him, right? Because we know that his first step is deadly. Our teams that advancing their scouting right now, where they're actually, I doubt it. I doubt they'll do that. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe they have, it's an easy tape to scout for, where you just say, just crowd the paint and let them shoot. Because I'm sure that if I was a coach, that would be the game plan for the Rockets. Like if Jabari Smith wants to turn into Keegan Murray, then let him do so. But he got to show me. And Amen has the matchup that's going to be interesting with going against Scoot Henderson. Now, Scoot is going to have the show running. How does Scoot look? Who guards who? Is Amen going to be up for the task and guarding Scoot? Now, y'all know in the NBA level, you don't really guard players one-on-one. I don't give a damn how good of a defender you are. It's a team concept, and they use so many screens anyways that even if you start off with with a player as your primary assignment, by the time the play is even going, you're already off somewhere in the corner. So, but still, I do want to see Amen lock up against Scoot. Let them go at each other. That's what everybody wants to see. That's what the show is for. But for Amen, just his positioning, where is he going to be aligned? What type of plays are they running for him? I'm curious to see the offensive alignment they're going to come out with. Are they going to go like the Celtics and do 5 out with the 5 coming out to set screens and trying to attack mismatches and get paint touches to generate a lot of driving kicks? Now, there was a video that came out from the Houston Rockets with their practice. I don't know if it was in transition or whatever it was they were doing, where the guys were actually passing the ball and passing it. This is that video is an encapsulation of Ime Udoka's offensive philosophy from a big 1,000-mile view. Not that he just wants them to driving and pass the ball, but the extra pass to get a better shot. Good shot to a great shot. That's the Popovich mantra. That's the, pretty much all the motion offenses, the ball movement teams, is pass up a good shot to give a teammate a great shot. And that was encapsulated in that video. I'm just curious to see, where does Amen, does he initiate that? Is he a guy that possibly could try to sneak minutes on the court this coming season? So, it's going to be curious. I mean, this is exciting times. I mean, this is probably the most excited. I mean, I was excited when Jalen Green was a rookie and with Jalen and Sengun and them boys and Garuba and Jay Gupp in Summer League. And Jalen looked like, he was like the best player on the court most of the nights that they played. I was excited about Jabari Smith and Tari Eason last year. But now we get not only Jabari and Tari, plus we get a point guard. We've never had a point guard as a prospect like we have with Amen Thompson. So I just want to see how he processes the game, how he's able to read the game, and whether what we saw at the OTE level is actually real. If it's real, man, I'm going to be really excited. But, I just wanted to go over this. I foresee that some of the young guys may have some early jitters, but as the game goes on, they'll kind of get into the groove. Like you'll see a lot of the rookies, like the kid Jaquez over in Miami. He started off pretty bad. Then by the end of the game, he had 22 points. It's just normal. You got to remember, this is the biggest game that these guys have played in their career up until now. So this is their Super Bowl. This is their NBA Finals. So you might see some pregame jitters. But what are your thoughts about the game? What do you think? The Rockets, are they going to beat the Blazers? I think that it should be a very interesting game. I can't wait to see Scoot and Amen matchup, bro. That's going to be exciting, right? I can't wait to see that matchup. That's going to be exciting. Y'all know I'm a big Scoot fan, so I'm double watching. So I'm watching from both sides and just trying to see how these guards really go at each other. I hope something does come up where they do have to do a back and forth for a little stretch of the game. But just watch the things to watch for. Watch for the offensive alignment for the team. What type of plays are they running? With this lineup. Watch for the defensive assignments and the lineups. What type of defense are they going to run? I foresee with the size of our lineup, not that we're all like 7-footers, but they have pretty good length on that team with Tari, Bari, and Cam and the men. I expect them to probably switch depending on who the other player is, whether they use one of their bigs or their forwards. They might switch 1 through 4 and drop a 5, or they might switch 1 through 5. Which is probably a little bit easier for them to do in this type of exhibition setting. But yeah, we'll see. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. And I'm gonna definitely be after the game. I'm gonna try to look at it. Hopefully, something exciting happens, and I'll try to break it down. I haven't done a breakdown in, my God, it's been like a year, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to this, man. Hopefully, we get some good basketball, get some insight into Coach Udoka's system. We see some flashes from our guys, so we can talk about it on the next go round. Appreciate y'all, boys. Keep rocking with me. Keep rocking with the Chop Shop. Keep supporting the channel. We appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the CSGs, and keep rocking with the Chop Shop while we keep dropping this fire.